Hello everyone, my name is Crow, and this is All Mods 9 to the Sky. This is episode 13. So I did a bit of work between episodes, just preparing for today. I put together a little bit of a kind of a roof on this technology platform. Um, and yeah, let's get right into it. So today we're going to do some more work with applied energistics. I made some controllers, the ME controllers, and I also made some of these. This is the pattern access terminal, a crafting terminal, and a pattern encoding terminal. Up top here, I made a ME drive, and then I made a flux accessor. So I'm going to be powering most, if not all, of my machines using this add-on uh, applied flux, which allows interfaces and pattern providers to send energy. And the way that it does that is it uses this flux accessor. I hooked this Ender gate, a basic Ender gate up, and so it's limited to 500 FE per tick up to this universal cable. And so this is feeding into the flux accessor, which this is the, I made just a small FE storage cell. And so this is storing all of the power. I have that over here. And basically what this is doing is any extra power that this basic thermo generator is making is getting sent over to this ender cell. I made an ender cell, and this is on channel 2, which is the same channel that that gate is. And then I just have the XNet controller over here saying the priority -10. Everything else is, this is the energy hopper there, but everything else is like a 0 or a high priority for the controller. So it will keep itself, so this controller will basically keep itself powered. Then it'll prioritize these crafters. Then this energy hopper, this is just what I've been using to charge up any devices that need to be charged. And then finally, anything left over, it will put into this ender cell. At that point, it'll go over here. And it's kind of just like a trickle charger so that I can have some kind of power going in. It's just going to hold a ridiculous amount of power. It's already got 115 million FE in there. And you can see that it's only using 28 out of 4,000 bytes. So it's just going to hold a ridiculous amount of power. And so it's kind of just trickle charging. It will gradually build up. And then we'll just kind of go from there. So what are we going to use that power, and how are we going to route it around the base? Well, I'm going to use these right here. So the ME controllers are going to kind of be doing all the routing. Every face of an ME controller can route 32 channels. And so my first little bit is going to be using these. I'm just going to use kind of like the tops of these. I'm going to end up filling these up with the controllers. But this will be the main size of the controller. The tops, I'm going to use these wireless connectors on. And then these copper blocks here, these will be replaced with the crafting units. So I can start one of them. I'm just going to use a quick 1K crafting storage, just because we're not by any means having like a very large crafting abilities right now. So what I need to do is I need to have this wireless connector. Oh, and then I also have here a storage bus hooked up to a storage lectern. So anything that can be accessed by my Ars Nouveau lectern can now be accessed by here through the storage bus. The important thing with this is that because the lecterns are hooked into this storage system here with the barrels, and this guy over here with all the gears and the rods, and then there's a drawer controller for these guys, and then the occultism storage. Because this lectern is already hooked into all of them, I need to make sure that I don't directly hook the ME system up to them as well, because otherwise it's going to double count, because it'll see, you know, all the items from here, and then it'll see the same items through a different interface. Um, I was told that there was some issues where if you had like a circular, whereas you have like the storage lectern hooked into the occultism, and then the ME storage was also hooked into the occultism as well as the storage lectern. You could have a situation where it would be trying to either pull from the same item from two different places or pushing to the same place, and it can crash your game or corrupt your chunks. So just make sure that you're only hooking the same inventory up to one place with the storage bus. And we can see that everything, we can use our crafting terminal. Everything is in there and it's totally accessible. So what I need to do though is I need to hook in to the, I'm going to put a smart cable here. And then, so this is the wireless connector. That's one side of it. And then the other side is going to go over here. And then I believe I need to, I think I have to click on this one first. I think this will work. Okay, I guess we'll find out. All right, and then let's see here. Okay. And all right, that looks like it was right. So if you recall, when I initially set this whole thing up, I had this repository set to kind of be my input. And so I'm basically going to keep it the same way. I'm going to have a pattern provider. So anything that gets sent up to be crafted in any of these mechanism machines will go to here, and then this card right here will route it to where it needs to go. If it's like obsidian dust or infused alloy, it'll go into this one. This is my diamond one. And so it'll basically just get taken to the correct machine, because none of these machines can duplicate inputs. I also, over here, put some thermal machines just in the ground. And so this is where my multi-servo press, my pulverizer, and my redstone furnace, and then I think this is the induction smelter. So that's where these are going to go for crafting. Great. Okay. And then I need to stick an induction card in there. I don't know if I made it one or not. I did not. So I will have to have that powered with the induction card. Right now, I think I threw a gate on top. Yeah, so it does have power, external power. So once I automate making the induction cards, then I can do that. Autocrafting with AE2 is pretty easy. All you do is you take a pattern, and then you just designate what that pattern is going to be. So for this one, so 3 Fluix Essence equals a Fluix Dust. That's how I'm going to make a Certis or Fluix crystal. That's going to be the Certis Dust. And then I already have a crafting storage. Every crafting recipe needs to have a accessible crafting storage. And then I need a pattern provider and then a molecular assembler. Right. And that's that. So now I can auto-craft Fluix. I'm going to, that was kind of like the absolute bare minimum, or rather one of the first things I needed to do. And so then I need to, let's see, formation core. And so if you hover over it, where the things that are highlighted blue, that means things that I'm automatically crafting already. Okay. So that's formation cores. And I'll need annihilation cores. Need a crafting table. Right. So now I should be able to make patterns. And let's make a capacity card, basic card. Okay, I don't think I will need any crystals or Fluix crystals right away. Let's make a pattern. Provider, extended one. There we go. So the extended pattern providers, they can hold, I think, 3 times the amount. Perfect. All right. And now it's kind of, and I can fill these up with acceleration cards if I need to. And that's probably what I will do. Maybe between episodes I'll make a bunch of acceleration cards. And now it's kind of just going through and making patterns for everything. One thing I do need to do is make sure that this guy is automated. But I'm going to make a storage bus pattern. Sticky piston. Data in the interface. right, it's crafted 3, 4, all right. Okay. Where am I going to stick this? Okay, so the extended inscriber can hold 4 at a time. And so I'm putting a universal press in so that basically, and I want to leave it stacking to 1. Export to the extraction side, that's fine. Acceleration cards. So I want this to be able to, I want it to stack only to 1 because I don't want there to be, if I stack it to 64, then if I, let's say, craft 10, you have the gold processors, it'll put those 10 gold into 1 slot and it'll take 10 times as long. Whereas if it's just stacked to 1, then it'll do 4 gold, 1, 2, 3, 4 slots, and then I'll do another 4 gold, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another 2, and then the last 2. So it'll only do 3 batches versus 10 batches with the stacking to 64. So this way, the universal press can do it can do the silicon, it can do the engineering calculation, it can also do the energy circuits. And then I will make another inscriber, and this inscriber will be to put them all together. I might do another extended inscriber, but I think I just want to do the 1. My concern with the extended inscriber is I don't want there to be a situation where things get miscounted and then for whatever reason all my printed silicon is in 1 slot and the redstone is in another slot because the things get messed up. So I'll just have it separate for now. And maybe what I'll do is make it look a little nicer. And then this will need a because each of these is going to need. So let's have it here. Export any side. Okay. And all these patterns will just, I'll just make sure to take out the actual press. I don't know if it's particular about the different silicons because there's like 3 different silicons. So, okay, and then I should be able to do pattern access terminal. And so because I'm using these smart cables, I can see how many things are attached to each line. The like the main stem has 5 channels on it. Um, the dense cables can hold 32, and the regular ones can hold 8. So I will have to pull like off the main stem here to go to these couple ones. And then my goal is to have, so that way I'll have 8 going up the top. That's what that middle of the section is going to be for. All right, Certus. Okay, and then I need to get my pattern providers for the mechanism things done. Beautiful. Blank patterns are one of the first things that you should have on Autocraft. Okay, so let's do infused alloy. Okay, and so the redstone, the infused alloy is going to be automatic. Or sorry, not the diamond and that part, like the infusing, that's going to be automatic. So I should be able to do all these through the repository. I think. If I set everything up correctly. And it's entirely possible I did not. But we shall see. Alright, so it's making the redstone dust. And so it did fill that up, but I don't know if that was actually already full. Oh, okay, so I need another card to pull out. It's going to extract black. So let's pull it out. Okay, so I have 8 loaded up in the enriched redstone spot, and now it should be making 8 to hold here. Oh, I didn't actually put a limit on it. So what I could do is I could make this a counting filter, which would designate a certain amount to go in here. Maybe that's what I'll do. this is going to be. Oops. So now this should put it in here. It's weird. I wonder why this is doing that. Huh. Weird. I wonder if it's some kind of interaction with the... I bet it's something to do with this induction card. Where, like, it wants to get the power there first, and so it can't go on to the next thing. I'm not sure. We'll see if this fixes it where I have the crafting card on the top. Because this should work. Obsidian. Yeah, this is weird that it's... Hmm. Yeah, it's weird. Like, it should be making this enriched obsidian. I don't know why it's not doing that. Because I know it knows how to make obsidian dust. And then it knows how to make refined obsidian dust. Yeah, that's... Okay, something's weird with this thing. It does not like this induction card being in there, which is concerning. It's kind of a bummer because I was really hoping to basically deal with the power, at least for these 4 machines here, using the interface to pull power out of it. And it doesn't appear like I can do that. All right, let's see where. So the extract is going black. Oh, you know what the problem is? It's going into here, and because it's going into here to be stored, it doesn't get ever returned to the system. That's the problem. So I need it to. That's the problem. To do that, to make this work. Because it's only the enriched items that's going to be a problem with, but it's going to be a constant problem. Yeah, because you can see the refined obsidian popping in there for like 1 second. I mean, I guess I just have to have another node. I mean, it's not ideal. Like, in the slightest. So this way, anything that comes out of these 4 items or 4 machines should get extracted here and get inserted into this pattern provider just to get returned to the system, and then it should come to here as part of the interface as a separate action. Okay, so that should work. Oh, hello. So he's making obsidian, and then that obsidian should get returned here, and then yes. Okay. So that's perfect. That is perfect. And then he's making refined obsidian because this is still not full. Alright, perfect. So now this is full. So all 3 of these have 8 of the infusing items in there. Now this should make 1 more of this and 5 more here. So this one's done. This will make 5 more, and he'll probably have to make another one of these. because it will be consumed. Okay, and then the last thing that we're going to do today is we're going to set up automated power. So to do that, I'm going to use power. I'm going to use a player transmitter. And I'm going to upgrade it all the way. Starter. I'm going to need a bunch of these electric casings. And I did, this is the player aerial pearl. You have to use an aerial pearl on a zombie or husk, and I did that earlier. So. Hardened. And again, I want to make sure that I'm just holding it all in my inventory just so I can get these quests done. I'm okay having just up to the niotic for now. Yeah, I'll just have the niotic for now. Alright, now this will transmit power to me. And you can see that my flux capacitor is going up. And then I will just make sure that my player transmitter is the same as, better than the energy hopper. But not, so maybe like a, these are at 0, so maybe like a -1. I'll still get it, so I will charge myself before I charge the network and before I charge the energy hopper, but not before I charge the crafters, and definitely not before I charge the controllers. Alright, so now this is charged. Perfect. And this will gradually build up power. It will take a while, it's 100 million in there, so. Alright. Alright. Well, so I think what I'm going to do is between episodes, I will kind of get a little bit more done with here. I'll make some more the extended pattern providers. I will get these molecular assemblers going, and put some more acceleration cards in here. And then I'll kind of sort through some of these things. I have some co-processors that I can now get going here. And then I'll make a couple more of the ME controllers as well. Well, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below or any tips or tricks or anything that you can think of. And I will see you next time. Take care.